So a couple days ago, Rockstar released a new GTA Online update which is called the Court Center Heist. But something that we noticed is that there's quite a lot of GTA 6 gameplay features, Easter eggs and hidden references that are quietly included in this release. And yes, don't get me wrong, this is just new robbery in GTA Online, however it does contain several nods to Grand Theft Auto 6 that are almost impossible to ignore. So let's go through all of them. One of the coolest things in this new update isn't actually an Easter egg at all, it's actually a gameplay mechanic, and during one of the setup missions you'll come across a locked shipping container that's being guarded by enemies. Once you've dealt with them, you can destroy the padlock, open the container yourself and climb inside to collect the objective. It sounds simple, but you may recognize it as a mechanic that first appeared in the leaked GTA 6 gameplay back in 2022. Back then, Jason could shoot or break locks on containers before opening them with a unique animation, allowing players to loot whatever was inside, and GTA 5 only started to include this in 2023, which is most likely Rockstar testing for GTA 6. So now Rockstar has quietly brought a version of that system into GTA Online. It's a small detail, but it does make missions feel way more interactive than simply walking over a glowing marker. What's especially interesting is that Rockstar didn't really add this mechanic randomly, they specifically built it into one of their new heist setups, making it feel like they're gradually introducing GTA style interactions into GTA Online. Whether that's simply just because both games share the same technology, or because Rockstar wants players to get used to these mechanics ahead of GTA 6, it's still a really interesting addition. And speaking of gameplay, there's also a little detail that we noticed during those same leaked clips. When Jason enters certain vehicles, the HUD remains completely hidden until he actually gets inside and starts driving. It makes the whole experience seem a lot cleaner and gives it a more cinematic presentation. But while this exact feature isn't fully replicated in GTA Online, the new setup mission gives off a similar feeling by focusing much more on the environmental interactions rather than just HUD elements. If Rockstar continues bringing over these kinds of gameplay improvements, GTA Online could slowly become a testing ground for ideas that eventually appear in GTA 6. Okay, moving on, we have one of the biggest Easter eggs in the update, and this has to be one particular artwork simply titled Trust. At first glance, it looks like some other painting hanging inside a gallery, but we can immediately connect it to one of the most iconic moments from the GTA 6 trailer. And during the first trailer, Lucia asks Jason one simple question, which is trust. Jason replies with the exact same word, and that exchange between them gives one of the defining moments of the trailer, symbolizing the relationship between the two protagonists. And now Rockstar is introducing a painting called Trust, showing a man and a woman inside a restaurant surrounded by money and robbery imagery. It's difficult to ignore the similarities between the two. What's even more interesting is that players believe the artwork also references the famous 2022 diner robbery leaks, and in those leaked clips, Jason and Lucia are shown robbing a diner together. This is predicted to be the first mission in GTA 6, and the composition of this painting feels remarkably similar, right down to the positioning of the characters inside the restaurant. Of course, Rockstar hasn't confirmed what the artwork actually represents, but considering the title, the subject matter, and its release just a couple months before GTA 6 launches, it certainly feels intentional. And one thing this update does exceptionally well is the collection of original artwork. Rockstar clearly doesn't just throw random paintings onto the walls, many of them appear to have created specifically for this heist. Some paintings are inspired by real-world artwork, while others seem completely original. That alone makes the exploring the gallery surprisingly rewarding, because you're consistently wondering whether you're looking at some simple decoration or hidden GTA 6 teasers. Another detail that immediately caught players' attention is a brand new NPC wearing a shirt that simply says Vice City. Now, on its own, that probably wouldn't mean much, and Rockstar has referenced Vice City plenty of times over the years, but that's not the interesting part, because if you take a closer look, you'll notice that the character is wearing a necklace that's almost identical to the one worn by Kyle Hampton in GTA 6. The detail is nearly the same, although the GTA Online version is understandably a little lower quality, and that's exactly what you'd expect if Rockstar used assets from GTA 6 and adapted it to fit GTA 5's older engine. It's not some huge reveal, but it does show that Rockstar is already sharing assets between both games. And considering GTA 6 has been in development for years now, it wouldn't be surprising if certain props, clothing items and accessories were gradually making their way into GTA Online updates. Next up, we have a discovery that involves something incredibly ordinary, which is a beach towel. It does sound ridiculous, but we have noticed that one of the towel models featured in the update looks almost identical to the one seen throughout GTA 6 promotional material and leaked footage. The shape, folds, and overall design are nearly identical, leading to many people believing that Rockstar simply reused the same model. Now obviously a towel isn't exactly groundbreaking, but it does make a growing pattern between the clothes, accessories, environmental props, and gameplay mechanics. Rockstar seems perfectly happy reusing the smaller GTA 6 assets inside GTA Online whenever possible, and considering both games are built on Rockstar's own technology, that actually makes a lot of sense. Of course, not every theory surrounding this update deserves to be taken seriously. One painting recently sparked enormous discussion after players claimed it secretly revealed the GTA 6 map, and according to this theory, every shape inside the artwork lined up perfectly with Leonida, Vice City, the Keys, and even Port Gellhorn. Except it actually doesn't. Because even after overlaying the actual GTA 6 map onto the painting, the similarities kind of fall apart really quick. Sure, if you squint hard enough you can convince yourself that almost anything matches, but realistically this is almost certainly just another example of people just overanalyzing every single detail made by Rockstar. And now looking at everything together, there does seem to be a clear pattern emerging, and Rockstar isn't just dropping random GTA 6 references for the sake of it. They're slowly introducing familiar assets, gameplay systems, and visual callbacks that make GTA Online feel connected to what's coming next. The container interaction feels straight up from GTA 6's gameplay. The Vice City clothing immediately reminds us of where players are going to go next. The Kyle Hampton style necklace appears to be another shared asset, and the trust painting strongly mirrors Jason and Lucia's relationship. Even smaller props like towels appear to have carried across from GTA 6's development, and individually none of those would prove much, but together they do paint a bigger picture. Of course, it's very important not to go too far with speculation, because every update does bring a wave of theories claiming absolutely everything Rockstar adds is secretly connected to GTA 6, and in reality some references are actually almost certainly intentional, while others are just fans reading too much into ordinary objects. And that's what makes this update so interesting. Rockstar has included many different features, and there's probably some more included that we haven't spotted yet. And as we get closer to GTA 6's release, don't be surprised if Rockstar continues to do this, because GTA Online remains one of the biggest gaming platforms in the world, making it the perfect place to quietly introduce mechanics, assets, and references that build excitement for the next game without officially revealing anything new. And if this update has anything to go by, there's a good chance that we've already played it with several GTA 6 features long before the game even launches. Alongside this update, Rockstar aggressively nerfed the payouts of almost every single existing heist in GTA Online, mostly notable in Cayo Perico, where the top rewards like the pink diamonds went below $1 million. Insiders actually widely view this massive nerf as a testing ground for GTA 6's future online economy. Rockstar appears to be actively combating the hyperinflation and covering back-to-back heist grindings to set up a stricter and more balanced financial loop for when the game launches. Well, that's all from us today, so thank you guys so much for watching, have a nice day, and we'll see you next time. Peace out.